Well, it's that time of year again. Where am I? Plymouth. And where am I going? South, basically. Back down to France, and then Spain, and then Portugal. So, yeah, let's get on. Let's go and do it, shall we? Catch you in a minute. Well, good morning from, what's the beginning of my trip, really. Although I've travelled for a couple of hours down to a place called Loch Tudi in Brittany. It's a place that we know very, very well. And in fact, we were here, I don't know, it's about a year ago now. It's got a lovely beach behind. Unfortunately, the weather today, the kick-off of this trip actually was a wet start. So the ferry crossing last night, let's just go back a little bit in time and just recap on what's taking place here. So I boarded the ferry last night in Plymouth to the Roscoff, to Plymouth to Roscoff ferry. We departed there at 8 o'clock. I managed to travel up from Coverack in the dry, despite the fact there was a lot of rain about. To actually get up there in the dry, and the ferry crossing was actually quite rough. I turned up putting a pillow behind my back to stop me from rolling out of the bunk, which is quite amusing. Yeah, that was quite cool, quite good. But I slept well. I slept really well. In fact, I slept so well I didn't have breakfast this morning. I meant to get up and get breakfast, but I just slept right through, so breakfast didn't happen. So then got off the ferry. The ferry was very quiet, I have to say. There's very few people on the ferry, very few people, which was quite nice. And so then I made my way off the ferry, the usual malarkey with very, very delayed customs. You know, I don't know, they just check and check and check and check. And so it takes ages to get off the ferry, but I got off it finally. And then, unfortunately, the rains came, and it's rained nearly all the way to here. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful here. I mean, it's like Cornwall, but with no people. I mean, just a handful of people here normally, just a handful. So I've got a day in this area really, because I've got an Airbnb tonight, but I can't check in that till 6 o'clock, 1800 hours. So it's quite late. You know, normally you check in 2, 3, 4 o'clock the latest. So it's quite a late one. And strangely, it's a check out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is pretty rubbish really, because I should be on the road by about 7:30, because I've got a long way to go. So I'm actually in this area for 2 days. I thought it'd be nice and sit on the beach, but maybe the beach weather's not. I mean, it's May. It's the 15th of May. You'd think that the beach would be getting beach weather, but it's not. It's quite nippy actually. But no matter. I've got some lunch in the bag, and I've still got some tea. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll see what we do later on. We'll have a little look round here. It's sunny. It's been terrible. It's not a great day, to be honest with you. I've just sort of bimbled around because I can't get into my Airbnb till, well, officially 6 o'clock. But I've just been told I can now get in a little bit earlier. I'm in this old chapel. Found it on the side of the road. It's incredible. Just give you a few shots of it because it really is something. Well, it's beautiful. Really beautiful. Yeah, but a little bit of video of this, I think, before I crack on. Well, day one. I'm quite knackered, really. Why am I knackered? My bloody age, I suppose. Yeah, just it's my age. I'm definitely getting old. Getting old. So I've landed in a place called St Joseph, which I thought was near a place called Pumeric in Brittany, which is just kind of like off to the west of Pont-l'Abbé. But it wasn't Pumeric, it was St Joseph. The downside to that was that I went to Pumeric on my sat-nav and then went on my phone, which Airbnb gives you a link to where you actually are and links it to a map and takes you right to the doorstep. And my battery on my phone had gone flat, and I'm really good at that. I'm really good at doing that. I just take note, don't let your battery go flat just before you get to your Airbnb. Did I have a lead to plug it into the bike? Yeah, I did. Did I know where it was? No, I didn't. No, not till I got here. Anyway, I found it. I'm charged up now. It's fine. So actually, where I went to and where I'm staying was about 6k different, but no matter. Place is lovely, absolutely lovely. So I've had a very busy day. I've actually just worked out. I was actually riding a bike for 11 hours. Would you believe? Nearly almost continuously. Sort of dodging showers and not dodging showers. Went to a beach and had a really nice meal with a guy down there who was sitting in a little caravan type thing, takeaway type thing, with nobody, no customers. He's saying that, normally there's a few people around here this time of year. It's absolutely dead. So the panini chips, which was a really good deal. I mean, panini and chips, like loads of chips and a massive panini, and it was €9.50, which I think was, fantastic. And the guy spoke as good English as I speak French, so we had a really good conversation about the French economy and stuff like you do, and talked about stuff. It was really, really brilliant. And then he directed me to that beautiful chapel you've just seen, or church, which was incredible. It's incredible. So all in all, the day has been not quite what I'm used to. I'm used to like getting over here and it's like warm straight away, but today it wasn't. So the change of clothing that I opted for, which was, Kevlar jeans, protective shirt, but no textiles, no leathers, no heavy bike gear, because it's going to be hot, transpired to not be hot. But fortunately, I bought some really good waterproofs. I didn't buy them from a bike manufacturer with a bike name on them, or I didn't buy them from Oxford Products or anybody like that with biker kind of inspired stuff, because the price goes up. I just bought some really, really good 100% waterproof, breathable waterproofs, top and bottoms, not one piece. And they were absolutely awesome. No water let in whatsoever. Absolutely delighted with the entire part of that purchase. I got them in a sale as well, which was even better. So I'm happy with that. Bike's gone okay. I think it might need a bit of air in the back tyre. I'm looking at it now. Might be a bit low. I hate faffing about with stuff, but maybe I should put some air in it. It ran well. It ran well and wet. It ran well and dry. Some of the roads up here were a little busier than I would have expected, and was pushed a little bit. Bear in mind, if you're coming over here, and I've said this before, the French, particularly the French, maybe the Spanish as well, yet to find out about the Portuguese, but the French tend to come right up close behind you and then suddenly pull out and overtake you, which is kind of a bit unnerving. You think they're going to run me up the backside, but they don't. They miss you by inches and then fly on. And they don't stick to any speed limit, although speed limits are really, really important over here. As is getting off the ferry if you've been having a drink in the bar all night, because apparently 2 glasses of wine are the limit over here, the absolute limit. Having more than that, and you're in trouble. So if you're guzzling loads of beer in the bar on the way over, be warned that when you get off the ferry, you will be searched, possibly by the douane, customs, and then maybe the gendarmerie might be there. So don't come off the ferry having had a skinful and think you can be okay, because you might not be. Okay, so that's a little tip. They're not always directly outside the ferry. They might be 10 miles down the road, 10k down the road. So yeah, so we seem to be having the same sort of weather in Brittany as we're having in Cornwall. It's about the same. It's about the same temperature. It's the same sort of showery weather. It's a sunny evening now. The apartment I've got, I'm going to show you around in a minute. Oh, it's brilliant. You know, can't fault it. I mean, it's just awesome. I'll let you know how much I paid for it as well. It wasn't silly money. 2 days. So I'm doing quite a few 2 days this time. I don't normally do 2 days. I normally do a day and then go. But the downside with that is, if you're travelling solo, which I am doing, obviously, is if you need to get provisions, i.e. shopping, because I cook most of my own meals myself, that means you go into a supermarket, hypermarket, whatever you want to call them, with a bike with all your gear on it. Not a great idea, because you cannot empty your bike out into a shopping trolley and take it in with you and then bring it all back out again. In fact, some supermarkets will only let you take one bag in because they think you'll nick loads of stuff. So, you know, you can't do that. So staying 2 days gives you the opportunity to land, settle, empty all your bags out, and then do a shopping day. And if you're going to do, you know, a couple of bounces, like just 1 day, then make sure you've got some food, to kind of take care of that 1 day, and you've got it in your panniers or your bag or whatever. So that's what I tend to do. I mean, I've got a lot of miles in front of me. I mean, I'm potentially heading, so my route's blown out of the water really. I'm now potentially heading to the very south of Spain, because I've had an invite, some good friends, and I'm really tempted to go and say hello to them. I'd love to see them anyway. It will depend on when I get into Spain as to how things are going, both weather-wise and bike-wise, because bearing in mind we are on an untried bike. You know, this Triumph is, I haven't done as many miles on it as I'd done with the Indian. I'd done the Indian, did a tour of Scotland on it and stuff like that, so I kind of knew the bike really well. I don't know this bike that well. I'm loving it. It rides beautifully. It turns stunningly. The Indian was always like, oh God, is it going to fall over? This bike just turns. It's just beautifully balanced. It's really, really well balanced. So the route's kind of blown out of the water. So as you watch these videos, the route will unfold and develop. Things will chop. Things will change. And you know me, I'm a bit of a sun worshipper. I'm actually heading for the sun. So it's 2 nights here. So a little bimble around tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get the cameras out tomorrow and show some route stuff. And we'll get probably get the 360 out tomorrow. And then I'm heading down towards, or just south of the Dordogne, in fact. And I've got listed as a bed and breakfast. This is another one to watch out for. So I booked a bed and breakfast, booked and paid for it. And then I get a message from her saying, would you like breakfast? It's €7.50 extra. We didn't mention that, but what's 7.50? I mean, it's not 7.50, is it? It's 6 something in real money. So you struggle to get a breakfast for that. So I've said yes. Some of the Airbnbs also to watch out for if you're doing Airbnb, particularly in France. They don't always include the bedding. Bedding is sometimes extra, so check that one as well, which I do. I mean, three things really. Check that there's bedding. If it's a B&B, make sure the food's included. But the most important, and should be number one in the list, cancellation charges. Make sure you can cancel literally a couple of days before you arrive. Because if you can't, you're not getting your money back. And some of them won't even allow you to get your money back the day that you actually book it, i.e. there's no cancellation, you can't have it. Steer clear of them. Experience tells me use Airbnb, don't use Booking.com. Booking.com, bunch of crooks. You heard it here. I won't use them. Yeah. Fuel costs, €1.68, I think it was. E5, very, very available, more available here than it is in the UK. So I'll probably go E5, E10, E5, E10, filling up. E10 is cheaper than E5, so I'll probably do it that way. Autoroutes, I will probably be using them. I probably will be using them. I mean, I've got a, like I say, day here tomorrow, and then the following day I'm heading down to Dordogne. I've got a 5.5 hour journey, so probably will be using some autoroutes on that route down to beautiful stunning Dordogne. I mean, it's just, I love it down there, love it. The forecast is not great, unfortunately. It's like showery, or I don't know how sure what's going on here with May this year. It's normally roasty toasty. Sure I'll find the sun eventually. And then I'm going for my usual stop at my very dearest friends in the Pyrenees. They very kindly said, yeah, get down here. So slightly off route, but hey, it's well worth it. Just stay with friends. There's nothing better. I forgot to mention as well, of course, that coming across on the ferry, I was not alone. Kelvin, ex-BMAD, with his wonderful family. Let's not forget his wonderful family. Just Jane, just gorgeous, just so, it's the whole family. And then the adorable Tom. I mean, he's just such a lovely guy. And it's just, I spent, like 2 or 3 hours with him in the bar, and it was just, what a great way to make a crossing. And I wish them all the very best. They're over here for a little while. I'm not saying they're too long, but they're here for a little while. And as I say, Tom's with them, and he knows what's going on, and he speaks a bit of French, which is great. Loves being on the ferry, takes it all in, loves every minute, and is so nice a person to be with. And such a lovely family. I mean, they are just salt of the earth. Yeah, brilliant. So that made my start of my journey really nice. So that's it for today, apart from the fact I'm now going to give you a quick run around this cottage. So you can see what it's all about, and then we'll get this video out to you. Well, I've got outstanding Wi-Fi, which I won't have every day, so these videos won't always be coming, as they happen. There might be a few days behind, but I'll do my very best and get stuff out to you. And if you've got any thoughts about, should I do this? Should I go over there? It's a no-brainer. Get over here. Every year I do it. This is my 3rd year in succession of doing it, and every year I'm like, well, I've done it now. And I sit at home and I think, do you know what? That was amazing. It's just awesome. So do it. Just book it and do it. Right, let's go and look at the flat. Cottage. Let's have a look around and see what I've got for my money. And I'll put the amount I've paid in as well. Right, let's start with the outside. This beautiful little village, absolutely stunning little village, just off the road, but with ample parking for a motorcycle and a car. In fact, there's parking for a car. We're lucky because it's just so sunny now. So I've got bits and pieces. Actually, I need to move that. So things from drying from today. Well, they're almost dry. This is the beauty about coming out here. Things dry in no time at all. What we got on the temperature scale in the shade, we are about 14 degrees. So we enter the property, which is really lovely. Nice little downstairs lounge area. Okay, you'll see the stairs, which I'll take up in a minute. And then we've got a kitchen area. which is small, but it's got everything in it. It's got an oven, it's got a microwave, there's coffee machines, there's tea, there's coffee, there's a dishwasher, there is a washing machine. Sorry, not washing machine. There is a washing machine. Actually, I'll show you in a minute. There's a fridge, and then so you got through here. You've got a separate toilet, and then you have got a washing machine. Should you need a washing machine, and there's all the washing stuff there as well. So that's looking back. You've got TV, looking back outside, television, and then we go up the stairs to the dormer, the bedroom. They're reasonably steep, the stairs, but they're okay. And you come into this lovely space. And I have to say, it really is a lovely space. Beautiful views out the window. Absolutely stunning. And if you wish, there is a door there. You can actually go back outside and you can go down the old original steps. Lovely bed, nice big bed. And again, a nice comfortable chair to sit in if you want to. A work desk. And then we head into, oh, this is amazing, the bathroom. So another toilet, wash hand basin, towels all provided. We're right next to the church. Isn't that just absolutely stunning? Absolutely stunning. Right next door. I'm hoping they ring the bells, it'd be lovely. And then for spin around, fantastic shower, really big. I mean, it's a massive shower. You could order a party in there. So I think this is incredible. £57 a night, all inclusive. That's with your cleaning fees and everything else. That's all included. So I think that this is Airbnb number one, and I have to say I'm absolutely delighted. Absolutely delighted. And as I go through my trip, I'm going to let you know about these Airbnbs and what I think of them. And I will actually put a link to them if I can figure it out. But if I can't figure it out, just ask me and I'll let you know in the comments exactly where it is, because I think this one, for its location, is absolutely bang on. So I'll end the video here and get this one out to you, and then we'll pop some more out in the next few days. But keep watching, keep listening, and there's a big plea. Would you please subscribe? Because if you don't subscribe, you won't know when I put a video out. And that's really, really important that you do know when I put them out. So if you like it and subscribe, I'm going to get as many subscribers as I possibly can, because if I get more subscribers, you never know, I might get a bit of interest from those on high, and then we can, start doing some other stuff, which would be quite nice. So from Brittany, from St. Joseph, which is, as I say, just off the west coast, yeah, good night.